Did you know Pakistan holds the record for shooting down the most Israeli fighter jets? In 1967, when a fierce war erupted between Israel and several Arab countries including Jordan, Egypt, Syria, and Iraq. Just days before the war erupted, a Pakistani fighter pilot, Saif al-Azam, was deployed to Jordan as a military advisor. But when the battle began, he went beyond his duties and joined the fight in the skies with the Arab countries, as two Israeli jets, one Dassault Mystère and the other a Vutur bomber, launched strikes over Jordan. Pakistani pilot Saif al-Azam soared into the skies from Jordanian airspace and shot them out of the sky with precision. Soon after, when two more Israeli Mirage 3 fighter jets entered Iraqi airspace for a bombing mission, the Pakistani pilot took to the skies once again and shot down both Mirage 3s with flawless precision. Saif al-Azam shot down a total of 4 Israeli fighter jets during the Six-Day War. He was honored with the Order of Independence by Jordan and the Medal of Bravery by Iraq. However, in the end, Israel managed to defeat all the Arab countries involved in the Six-Day War. If you're interested in the history of this war and want to know how much destruction Israel caused, let us know in the comments. We'll cover it in the next video. Japan just gave Ukraine something Putin fears more than any missile: radar eyes in the sky that never blink. It's called SAR, Synthetic Aperture Radar. And unlike regular satellites, it works in storms, darkness, and even through camouflage. These satellites can spot tire tracks, fresh trenches, even hidden vehicles. And the data? It goes straight to Ukrainian drone pilots and HIMARS crews in real time. No delays, no filters. Japan has never done this before. Not for NATO, not even for the US. But now, they're fully backing Ukraine with direct military intelligence. Putin's forces just lost their last advantage: stealth. From now on, wherever they go, Ukraine will see. And for Russia, this war just got a whole lot harder.
Breaking news. The U.S. will construct temporary detention centers for illegal immigrants in 5 states. Additionally, President Donald Trump has filed a lawsuit against California due to cumbersome animal cruelty laws, which have led to a nationwide increase in egg prices. Meanwhile, a new COVID-19 variant capable of evading the immune system is spreading in Thailand. Furthermore, an Israeli missile missed its target, resulting in the sleep forever of several Palestinian children in central Gaza. The South Korean president has called for reconciliation with North Korea, stating that peace between the two countries is a practical way to ensure national security rather than relying on U.S. protection. Europe has declared that it is prepared to implement retaliatory measures following Trump's announcement of a 30% tariff on goods from the bloc. Moreover, Europe and the U.S. Senate are collaborating to persuade Trump to tighten sanctions on Russia. Finally, the president of Iran was injured in an Israeli airstrike last month, and indirect peace talks in Qatar between Israel and Hamas regarding a ceasefire in Gaza are on the verge of collapse.
President Donald Trump has announced that the United States will send Patriot missile systems to Ukraine, but with one major condition: the European Union will cover the full cost. The move comes just a week after Trump said his administration would resume supplying weapons to Ukraine through NATO allies. Trump is also scheduled to meet NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte in Washington, where arms shipments and NATO coordination will likely top the agenda. Trump's announcement follows increasing frustration with Russian President Vladimir Putin, who has rejected a U.S.-backed 30-day ceasefire plan. Moscow argues the pause would allow Kiev to remobilize and rearm, while Ukraine has agreed to the proposal. Since returning to office in January, Trump had scaled down support, calling U.S. aid to Ukraine a drain on taxpayers. But on July 7th, he reversed course, authorizing new shipments of defensive weapons. Trump has also hinted at a surprise announcement on Russia, though he declined to confirm whether it involves sanctions. As the war in Ukraine drags on, the U.S. promises protection, Europe pays the bill, and diplomacy continues, with new stakes on every front.